Rainbow, 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 sparkle, sparkle, all the sparkles. I love a sparkly moment. I love tea time shenanigans. We're doing like a 1940s musical iteration. How exciting! For goodness, what could possibly go wrong? Thing for everyone. 'Tis I, Madame Askew, and I'm here currently alone. But that doesn't mean I'm here alone forever because the Grand Arbiter has merely been whisked away into a time vortex, as occasionally happens with time travelers. The thing about time travel, my darlings, is that it is full of the unknown, and we must do the best we can under the circumstances. So, hello, everyone. It's so wonderful to have you here with us tonight. Thank you for joining us for Friday Tea. I'm so happy to be back. It's Ty. Ty is here. Hello, Ty. Hello, my darling. Welcome back from Canada. I'm so delighted that you're here. Lady June Squirrel. Hello, my love. Hello, my darling. It's so good to see you. Thank you both for joining us tonight for our Friday tea. As you can see, we are all in on spooky season, although I'm sort of like holding on to some of the like summery color for now, but we're sort of transforming into our spooky best for the autumnal era. I'm sort of pretending that it's cooling off by, making things look cooler. It is a delusion, but sometimes that's just what you have to do when summer never ends and you are stranded in the desert. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday Tea. We do have a very special super secret topic this evening, and I'm very excited to get into that once the Grand Arbiter returns from the space vortex where he's been, launched, I think he's having tea on the event horizon of a black hole. And I keep telling him that's a very bad time to for biscuit eating, but he will do what he does. And oh, I love this. Yes, we're just blending into spooky season. It's sort of like transitional. It's like slow rolling into the spooky season. So we can all get our vibes on, get ready for some ghost stories and other, gothic nonsense, my favorite. And we do have, of course, some plots and plans afoot as usual, and we've got some wonderful guests scheduled. In fact, I know, and so does Patreon, that we have a very special treat happening for the very last Friday of this month. I am going to be joined by two guests, one T.M. Kuta, author, and M.B. Kelly, another author. So I'm getting not one, but two authors into a single Friday tea. How exciting. Um, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see your spooky season decor. Lady June Squirrel, I clearly must come over and have tea and bring you treats. Hello, Cindy Joy. Hello, our wonderful SAS Master General is here amongst us. I hear you had a birthday very recently. Happy belated birthday, my darling. And yes, Friday the 26th is going to be absolute chaos, but please mark your calendar because we're going to have so much fun. And then this coming Friday, a week from now, on the 19th, we have my magnificent mystery box of doom sale. I'm so excited. I've been, culling things from my stash for about 2 years now and boxing them up. And so I have all of these mystery boxes, some of which I boxed up as long as 2 years ago. So they have little cryptic notes on them. Um, but that doesn't mean I remember what's in the boxes either. So it's a mystery for me and for you. But many of them have a lot of paper patterns in them, little surprise nonsense fabric. Some of them have trim, some beads, all sorts of like things that come out of my workshop that need to go to someone else's workshop so they can become something beautiful. Because They serve me nothing, languishing in my stash, but it brings me so much joy when I send something out into the world, and I see they become something beautiful in your hands. It's the Grand Arbiter. He's been unleashed from that hole in the space-time continuum. He has joined us from the edge of a black hole. Grand Arbiter, welcome to tea. We were just talking about a mystery box sale that's coming.
Mystery box sale. Well, I just came from a black hole where all of the mystery boxes are currently stored. Um, and they are fabulous. They are mystery, they are inspirational, they are sensational. They are madness incarnate. You should be prepared to. Uh, they're going to make great gifts to your friends, your neighbors, to some stranger you'd like to pelt a box at. All an incredible deal. An even greater deal uh, for our Patreon members who get a little something special for their first box, correct?
That's correct. That's correct. Grand Arbiter, your sound is muddy. I think you're on the wrong microphone.
Well, that's not my fault. That is definitely the fault of the system, as you and I are both aware.
Oh, I blame the space-time continuum entirely. I mean, I watched you get
There we
sucked
go.
into that
All better.
that hole, and it was welcome
I
back.
mean, I just
Welcome
wish.
back.
I love StreamYard. Love you, girl. You're doing great, StreamYard. Thank you. But girl, that's crazy how she doesn't pick up my standardized microphone. That's stupid. That's stupid.
It is a flaw. It is a flaw. So, thank you. Thank you, dear Bill, Buttery Goodness. Thank you, Lady June Squirrel. Thank you, everyone, for letting us know that we needed to adjust the sound. I really appreciate it. And also, yes, Ty, your housemates must go forth and put up the spoops decorations. It's very important. 'Tis the season. I'm so excited. Grand Arbiter, I love queer Christmas. I love
I mean,
our
it's your
favorite
favorite.
holiday.
It's your favorite holiday. Of course, mine is arbitrary because I'm always looking for wood. So, but I respect the hustle for ghosts and stuff. I also I like the undead. I like rigor mortis in general. There's lots of
No,
things to be liked in the world.
yeah,
Um,
I'm very keen on a little afternoon tea with vampires. By afternoon, I mean tea at about 2 a.m., which is afternoon if you're a vampire. And
and more
yes,
like
everyone,
after moon, after
after
moon
moon,
tea,
after moon
after
tea.
moon
And
tea.
yes, everyone, clearly today, the Grand Arbiter is in rare form, and the puns are out, as it
Um,
were.
so yes. So what is the special gift? So that we've got a little bit of a special gift for our Patreon members. Did you mention it to them already?
No, no,
So
I was waiting
for,
for you.
so for their first box, they actually get a $5 discount, which means that if you get a $5 box as a Patreon member, all you have to pay is shipping. That's a crazy deal. But it also means that you can get a $10 box for $5. So really, if
Correct.
you're like, I need a big mystery box, well, now's the time.
Absolutely.
We'll have a really great setup. I've got a setup built to collect the contact information of the winners, and the there'll be opportunities for folks that are like, well, I missed the box I wanted. You'll be able to get second in line if someone doesn't pick up that box fast enough. There'll be lots of opportunities, and the goal is to sell. All of those boxes all must go
Yes,
somewhere else.
they need to leave. I'm
The,
trying
the
to.
the ghost cats are really the main sell
Yes,
here. We really have to get the
yes,
ghost cats out of the house to invite
yeah.
new ghost cats, obviously.
It's true.
But
It's
these
true.
ghost cats, they are wild, rambunctious bunch, and they are not meant to be around other cats. so we can't really keep them here for very long.
No. So we had a recent influx of ghost cats. They were all former familiars of witches, and they are coming from a very special society that helps with, feral and, formerly housed ghost cats. And so I'm very excited that we can be part of making certain that they all go to good homes, Grand Arbiter.
We're here in the process of making the dispossessed possessed.
That's correct. And like we haven't worked with this organization before, the Ministry and Agency of Ghastly Invisible Cats or magic. But I'm very excited to be partnering with them for this particular event. And if it's a success and we're able to rehome all of these former witches familiars into
Some
new
with some
and wonderful
real personality quirks. They've got some real personality quirks.
Well, you know what? There is a little catch with each of these boxes because, each box is cursed with creativity. And so you'll be taking home a cursed mystery box and adopting a ghost cat. And yes, it's true. Too many ghost cats mean nothing on any flat surface is safe. And so that is why, my darlings, before we start on our next big project here at the Workshop of Doom, I need to rehome these ghost cats. Also, Monsieur Gatto has been very wroth with me. He is not happy
He's had it up to
about
here.
the number of ghost cats.
Well, he's had it up to here, which doesn't seem that tall, but that's very tall for a cat.
Yes, it is very tall for a cat, especially a cat as small as Monsieur Gatto. So I hope you will tune in and tell your chums about it. There are more details, of course, on Patreon. I think I got them up on the website as well, but if I haven't, I shall. And we'll be talking about it a lot in the coming week to remind everyone to come and participate. I'm very eager to rehome the ghost cats and also the surprises in the mystery boxes, the fabric and patterns and nonsense that are in the mystery boxes. I'm very excited.
There's so many cool things in those boxes, though. There's just a lot of... The thing is that you and I, we collect a lot of treasures because you are, of course, your 1/32nd dragon. Your 1/32nd.
Yes, that's correct. I mean, one of my ancestors,
not 1/4, not 1/12, 1/32nd.
1/32nd. So my great grandmama Jemima actually had a liaison with a dragon, and it's a little bit of
it was a, and they all have a hoarding thing, and he hoarded beans. He
hoarded beans.
He had beans as far as the eye could see. You could not get anywhere without all those beans.
But you know what? Beans in that era were very valuable.
Very lucrative. He was a very lucrative beans person. And I heard he made an incredible jambalaya.
Yes. Oh, 1/32nd is your great grandmother, but this is 1/132nd, isn't it?
Correct.
It's
pretty far back there.
Yeah. It's definitely exactly golden shrews. Definitely gonna happen. 100%. We're very excited. And we love a self-evolving rock around here. Who knows? Could be a cousin, actually, with the golden shrews. We have
no idea. Really, your genetic parentage is quite a complex tapestry of truly creativity, violence, and abject politeness to the point of the point of mutilation.
That's correct. Also, look, Cindy Joy, dragons were involved. It is not divisible by 2 at that point. It's probably an irrational number, actually, at that point. But
Well,
I'm
are for certain irrational.
I'm not a math person, so I can't be trusted.
Well, it really helps that
magic.
you sometimes have like 2 or 3. You sometimes have one. You have actually have a randomly generated number of grandparents in your genetic pool, and some of them. It's some of those kids were created from a random number generator number of parents.
Yes.
The real secret is that we don't know how many chromosomes you truly have. It's really a mystery.
No, I mean, look, where I come from, chromosomes are like ankles. You try not to display those. It's very scandalous. We keep it under wraps, if you will. So, yes, I have no idea. That's a family secret. We try not to talk about our chromosomes. And yes, I do mean irrational. Buttery goodness, absolutely.
So that is our initial stuff for today. It's just we gotta shill those boxes, because I gotta tell you, the consequence of not selling them all is pretty dire. If I end up with ghost cats in my house, it might. Lord Asplin's allergic; he'll die. We can't have any of those ghost cats coming here. They have to go to other places. Lord Asplin is very sensitive.
We would not want that. No,
we would not want that.
No.
Not one little bit. But we do have one super secret surprise at the end of the stream today. So you've got to stay the whole time or come back at the end, because there's a super secret surprise at the end for today.
I'm so excited. And look, you know what? If you already have ghost cats, you're about to have more. You're about to have another one. The nice thing about ghost cats is that, well, they don't need veterinary care. They occasionally need an exorcist, but
most of the time, not particularly hungry.
No, they don't eat. So they do like a certain kind of snack, but it's not really food related. It's more of a, throw magical curse balls in their general direction.
Their real favorite treat is.
I'm sorry, what?
Ghost cats are a predator animal. They are always out there looking for their prey. The known prey to the ghost cat is, of course, the dust bunny.
The dust bunny. No dust bunny is safe. And no, indeed, you don't have to worry about litter. That's absolutely true. And no litter box duties. The ghost cats, they don't engage in that sort of thing anymore. They have ascended to a new level. They're on life number 10, and it's very cushy.
Well, there is the risk, of course, that you might get some kitty ghost brain that can happen from exposure, because they do give off a waste in the form of you enter a room and forgot what you were doing.
That's true. You may have thought it was menopause. It's actually ghost cats. Yeah.
Yeah, they offshoot mental illness. No.
Grand Arbiter, bring it back too far.
Okay, so that's coming next week. Please tell everyone that you know, invite everyone you know. Our reach is your reach. So if you're like, this person would love some weird sewing notions, or I want to buy some gifts for me and my whole fam, this is the time. They're very cheap. It's very mysterious. You never know what you're going to get. You need to get something for a white elephant party or something of that ilk. This is the time. Or a black jack-o'-lantern party. What would be the equivalent for, I guess, what's a good equivalent for Halloween? Like a black
pink jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, okay. I could like a pink jack-o'-lantern.
I guess no one can. I think everyone would like a white elephant too. White elephants are cute.
They're cute, but it's sort of like it really sticks out in the general sea of non-white elephants, and a pink jack-o'-lantern is generally going to stick out in the
It's
sea of.
actually, you know what it is? Because it's our group of people. It's a
Oh.
beige jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, you are absolutely right. No, it is a beige jack-o'-lantern.
So if you have a
Oof.
beige jack-o'-lantern party, it's a great beige jack-o'-lantern party gift.
Potentially. And look, some of the fabric is going to be sensible, some of it's going to be wild. So it's a mystery. So it's very exciting though. I'm excited. And we get more space in the workshop so that I can cut more fabric and
It's
engage
very important to get the space. What you're really paying for is Madame Askew to not be drowning in ghost cats, and in beautifully cultured boxes.
Yes. So, but that is next week, and the following week we're having a little Sophic trio. It's going to be wonderful. Whilst you're off having adventures, Grand Arbiter. But this week we do have a super secret special Patrons Corner topic. Are you excited? I'm so excited. This was like such a nail biter on the poll. It was like it kept tying up, and then it would like one vote difference, and then it tie up again. It was like down to the wire. We weren't certain what we were going to be talking about until about an hour ago. So we're very excited. You were all really into the topics this week. So that's a win for everyone. Grand Arbiter, would you like to tell our darlings what we're going to be discussing as our super secret topic?
Today's topic is going to be sci-fi media you've never heard of, maybe.
Maybe.
We're talking about some niche sci-fi specials that Madame Askew and I are fully obsessed with. I was burdened with cursed television, and Madame Askew was, of course, burdened with novels, as always.
Yes, it's true. I am afflicted by novels regularly. As all of the great thinkers in the 19th century feared, my love for novels has led me to become a spinster who surrounds herself with cats and has not settled down to proper wifely duties. I know you're all scandalized. It is horrific. I am what happens when you read too many novels.
Well, I think we should start with a few novels, because wouldn't that be novel? So, Madame Askew, why don't you tell me about what makes... I'm just going to pick from your list, and then you can pick from mine.
Okay, that's fun.
Tell me about To Say Nothing of the Dog by Connie Willis.
Oh, by Connie Willis. Look, okay, so I suspect that some of our darlings here are familiar with Connie Willis. I did try to like pick authors I thought might not be as familiar to folks. And Connie Willis is like one of the absolute godmothers of science fiction writing today. She's still with us. I don't know if she's published anything super recently, but she has been writing fairly recently. She's just an incredible, evocative storyteller. One of the things I love about Connie Willis is her ability to have sense of humor that really hits at the same time the thing is quite poignant. So it'd be like, oh, I'm laughing, but I'm also like having this little moment of emotional catharsis or validation. To Say Nothing of the Dog in particular is a time travel story. And it is also an homage to Three Men in a Boat by an author whose name just escaped me from the 19th century. And so three men in the boat, they have a dog with them, and to say nothing of the dog is sort of like referencing that. They go back to the 19th century. They have to save a particularly strange artifact from a church. Shenanigans ensue. It's got a little bit of like Oscar Wilde vibes. It's very funny. It's a bit of a comedy of manners, but it's also science fiction because they are scientists time traveling into the past. It's just an absolute delight. I love this book. It's such a fun read. I highly recommend it.
Well, that's great. Madam, while when you pick one of mine, please attempt to reconnect us to the Facebook, as we have disconnected from our Facebook account.
No, it says we're connected.
Okay, that's good.
And apologies if you normally watch us on Facebook. Facebook has been rather persnickety, and the problems are on their side. So we do our best.
Stupid, and we don't care about them.
We do our best, but I'm so happy to see everyone here with us on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you all. All right. So, okay. All right. So I want to hear more about, so the Grand Arbiter, you're all about the shows. And so I want to hear more about Threshold.
Okay. So I picked ones that I think are actually kind of deep cuts because they're very weird, very strange little snippets of the 2000s. So it's 2005. Sci-fi is on the rise again. Sci-fi television is like, they're throwing everything at the wall. And they're like, we're going to make a stacked cast of really popular actors who know that most people, you'll know some of these actors. But we're going to put them together with the most ridiculous concept ever, which is, it's not the most ridiculous concept, but it is fascinating, the choices that are made in this show. So the concept is the main character is a strategic planner who makes contingency plans for the U.S. government. And she's made hundreds of them. And one of them is activated. And that one is her plan Threshold, which is, what if aliens invade Earth? And so that is the plan, is that they've encountered an alien object. And it's sort of an invasion of the invasion of the body snatchers type vibe, where people are turned into aliens that are turned into secret agents. And they're trying to track the people infected by this agent that turns them into these, like, basically vessels for alien, body snatcher people. And there's a bunch of things that make it really fascinating. One, it's Carla Gugino. Carla Gugino at her absolute hottest. She's so hot in this show. It is absolutely ridiculous. She is like 90% of the time somehow wet or in a nightie, doing like at her house, looking hot for no reason. It has Brent Spiner as in the most nerdy, like he's in a coked out scientist sort of vibe. And Peter Dinklage is our party boy scientist, a party boy mathematician.
A party boy mathematician. So Brent Spiner went from Star Trek: The Next Generation to this.
Yeah. I mean, not directly, because I guess that's not that far apart. But it is after Next Gen closes. I think it's after they've done most of the movies too.
All right, yeah. And they did a stint of doing Gargoyles too. I think a number of them.
I mean that also happened. I think that's a little simultaneous. But one of my favorite caveats of this show is that the alien signal, which is the thing that turns you into an alien body snatch person, can happen a few different ways. It can happen from exposure to somebody else's blood. It can happen from exposure to this, because the idea is that it's a signal, like it's a radio signal, but it also is contagious in some ways. But you can also get it from sex, is one of the things that they learn. And one of the things I find out is that Peter Dinklage's character has sex without knowing with a body snatched person, and he's immune to being infected because of the dwarfism gene that makes him a dwarf, makes him not able to be infected, which I think is fascinating. As a caveat, it's just a very interesting. Like, we're going to acknowledge his dwarfism in this very specific way, but it's a very interesting sort of take on it. It was a very fascinating watch.
Interesting.
And of course, it's a single season, and then immediately ends with I'm going to spoil it because honestly, it's very 2000s. It's got some very like we just got out of the 9/11 vibes to it.
Yes.
But one of the funniest things about it is the ending of it is, so they clearly knew they were getting not renewed, and they decided to put something at the end of the series to sort of close the loop.
Well, so all right, that was kind.
The end of the series is that they find out that one of the alien body snatch people is pregnant, but it's not passed from mother to child. They have to infect the child through breast milk afterward. So they have to get the alien baby away from the mom. And at the end, they save the baby, and the baby is not turned into an alien. She goes to bed at night, and Molly Ann Caffrey, Dr. Molly Ann Caffrey, wakes up in the middle of the night with a vision where it's the child the baby as a young child coming to her in her dreams. It's like, and she asks the child about the future, and she's like, well, it's hard fought, but you win. And she's like, oh, good. And she's like, but you don't make it. And she's like, well, that's okay. And then she goes to bed. Like, a child comes to you in a dream and says, hey, you're going to win, but also you're going to die.
Cheery dream. Oh my gosh. Wow. There's a lot going on there.
I found this DVD set.
I need to see it clearly sometime.
I think I have the DVD set somewhere in this house, but I got the DVD when I was like in college. It was for discounts at, one of those, like, I don't know if they exist anymore, but they're like a big, giant, big box store, but they're all used like media products.
I have no idea, Grand Arbiter.
Regardless, it's like, it was like a chain of this kind of like, media, used media store. And I found it, and I was like, well, I don't have Netflix because that doesn't exist yet, so I guess I'll watch this.
Wow. Well,
we watched it to death.
Alicia says she found it at Fry Electronics. And our buttery goodness reminds us all that Brent Spiner went from Star Trek through the movies to Independence Day, the movie, and then found a brief home at Threshold. What a wild ride. Grand Arbiter, thank you for that introduction to Threshold.
Yeah, no, it's a fun watch. It's got a lot of what I'd say is it has a lot of DNA of what makes future shows like Fringe really good. And it doesn't really capitalize on it correctly. And it's partially, I think it's because the premise is a little bit limited in what they can accomplish. So like, I think that the premise sort of wrote them into a corner.
Yes.
But I think that at the end of the day, it's a fascinating thing. You get to see Peter Dinklage at his youngest and hottest.
I love that.
There's like a lot of fun things about it.
Marvelous. Well, thank you, Grand Arbiter. And now it is your turn to pick one of my books from my list.
Okay. Tell me about The Primary Inversion by Catherine Asaro.
Oh my gosh. All right. So I partially picked this novel because it's the start of her Scalian Empire series, which I read a million billion years ago. And so I don't have like a really strong recollection of the plot and what is happening, but I love Catherine Asaro. She's a fantastic writer of science fiction. That when I discovered her, I was like, oh, wait, science fiction can also include like the little romantic elements and social sciences and complex political discourse, and it's not Dune. How exciting. So I was just really enchanted by her writing more than anything else. I thought it was very smart writing. Her characters were really engaging, and I like stocked my lending library to read through the entire series. So I just picked the one that is the beginning of her like sort of quintessential sci-fi series, because if you're going to get into the Scalian Empire, you really want to start at the beginning, because it's an epic space opera kind of science fiction piece out amongst the stars with a foreign, galactic empire that's getting up to shenanigans, which is always a very nice thing. And it's not Dune. Absolutely. And it's not Dune. So I highly recommend her writing. It's a really fun, wonderfully engrossing series. I don't think she gets the same kind of notoriety anymore that she once did. She's definitely like an award-winning author. She's still writing and producing. She was at Worldcon this year, for instance. She's won some nebulas and things like that. But she is just like such a fantastic writer. One of those like great mid-list writers that don't get the love that they should anymore. And I love this. Tracy says Quantum Rose by Catherine Asaro is also quite good. Thank you, Sassmaster General.
For folks who don't know her work that well, what's the elevator pitch? Like, what's the like the main plot point?
As I said, I don't remember the book that well now. It was like I haven't read it in more than 20 years. But the sort of main thing is that it is space opera from a more feminist perspective. And so there's social science involved. That's very exciting, Grand Arbiter. So that's sort of my like start the series, get into this space opera, get into the great Scalian Empire experience, go across the stars with her generations of characters and all of their political machinations. And it's not Dune.
I mean, Dune is an epic, and it reads like Homer in some regards.
Tracy says it better than I. Space opera, but character focus. That's okay. So nice. I loved it.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah. All right, Grand Arbiter.
Yeah, I've got a list. You gotta pick.
Oh yeah, no. I'm going to go with Summertime Rendering.
Okay, so it's very weird that you're going with this one, because it is also a body snatcher show.
Oh my god.
So I have a real.
I didn't mean to keep picking the body snatcher one.
It's another similar premise. It's an anime. I picked 4 anime because Madame Askew and I Feel You are not exposed to anime enough, and I am here to rectify that problem with more anime choices that are interesting, cool, and will elevate your experience. Summertime Rendering is a mashup of 2 really cool ideas. It is a Invasion of the Body Snatchers show. Doppelgangers are coming to kill you and take your place. And that is the big scary villain of our sci-fi. But on top of it is a Groundhog Day setup. So the main character is in a Groundhog Day where they have to try and find a way to stop body snatchers from killing everyone on the island they live on.
Oh my gosh.
And so every time they die, it starts back up, and they know what happened last time. Oh
my gosh.
So it's very exciting, visually stunning. It's from 2022. It took forever to get to the States not till 2023, 24, but it is incredible. It's a solid 24 episodes. Is conclusive. It's over. It's done. It was intended for those 24 episodes. It got exactly the number of episodes it needed. It's got some body horror stuff. It's got some time travel stuff. It's got wildness. It is so good. And one of the more interesting things, the concept of what does it mean to be yourself? And what does it mean to be someone else being yourself? It's very, very good. I can't express how good this is. It is watchable on Hulu right now. If you wanted to leave after you're done hanging out with us to go check it out, it is incredible. Also very funny, very silly. And without any spoilers, it's a happy ending.
I love that. I love that. We love a happy ending. And I mean, I'm very keen, frankly. The Grand Arbiter knows this because I will often ask him before I start this piece of media, does everything work out? And if the answer is no, I'm often less interested in watching it. So thank you, Arbiter.
No probalo. I think we're going to move forward unless there's any questions from the audience. We'd love to hear them. Tell me about Grimspace.
Oh my gosh. All right. So fortunately, this is a book I've read more recently than Catherine Assaro's Scullion Empire. This is by Anne Aguirre.
This is out of control.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
your hair? It's because you went on a little space-time adventure in that
space-time hair. You can only get this hair if you've been in 0 G's.
That's if the black hole tried to suck you in. So Grimspace was probably the first science fiction romance I had ever read, and I found it because of a website called Smart Bitches Trashy Books. And I was like, I had not become a romance reader yet. I was still sort of like on the fringes, intrigued, but hadn't found any that I really was falling in love with yet. And this was like one of my gateway books. So whilst there is like a lot of romantic subplots, there is, a romance that sort of is part of the overarching story of the series of books. It's really about this scrappy captain and her crew of mercenaries who are out there trying to survive in space. She has like a tragic backstory. There's some mysteries. She doesn't know all the things that have happened to her, putting together the pieces of the puzzle. And they are trying to survive to the next mission. And of course, it's a found family. They are defying the odds. They're keeping their scrappy little ship together with audacity and paper clips, probably. It's just a very fun read, and it's got such a quick pace as well, so it's a real page turner of a read. The whole series is really fun as well, and I think there are 5 books in the overall series. So yeah, and it started me on the course of a lot of science fiction with romantic elements. After that, I dove into some other recommendations associated. And this is the book called Grimspace by Anne Aguirre. And let me just throw that into the chat for you.
Oh, I missed that. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. So it's a fantastic little book. It came out probably, I don't know, 15-ish years ago now. It's been a minute. So Grimspace by Anne Aguirre.
It came out in
highly recommended. Came out in when?
2008.
2008. So a little bit more than 15 years ago. But I loved it. So highly recommend. All right, Grand Arbiter. Let's see if I can pick one that's not about body snatching.
I think we're out of body snatching ones.
Ooh, that's a relief. All right, tell me about Lex.
Okay.
Did I pick poorly? Did I pick poorly again?
No, it's important to remember that this show came out in 1996. So it has a real 90s vibe to it.
All right. Okay.
With a lot of weirdness. So the main premise is and the premise is loose. It's very weird. It gets very weird. But the main premise is that it's a group of fugitives that are trying to escape space tyranny by being on a massive, and they find an ancient and massively powerful starship. And a lot of the characters are really weird, but one of them is a cannibal. So all of them are absolutely crazy characters. The characters are absolutely nutty. I cannot tell you how, like, the plot is so weird because it goes all over the place, and each season is kind of its own weird premise. It's very hard to like describe. It's very long. So the total number of episodes is 61, but it's from that sort of time and era where things like the episodes were really long and weird. And it's part science fiction, it's part drama, it's part dark comedy. It's got some more serious seasons, and then it's just very weird and has magic at the end of the series, which takes place on Earth in the 2000s.
Okay. So, based on your comments and then what everyone's saying in the chat, I'm like, I've never heard of this show. I totally missed it when it came out, and now I desperately need to watch it because
it's absolutely crazy. There's a scene where like they're trying to they're trying to like devil communicate, like basically try to like seduce the people into the dark side by offering them things.
Okay. All right.
And one of them is she's offered her like a really hot dude to eat.
Oh.
Because that's her whole vibe, is eating people.
Oh, all right. Well, and apparently it was on YouTube, and maybe it still is. Wild. Thank you, and thank you, my darling Subgothius. Wow, I totally missed that. In my time travel adventures, I just missed that era of, shows on the television. So I'm a little bit sorry to have missed that in the first run.
The character's name is Girgaroda, and she's sort of like a cannibal. She's a cannibalistic human from Boron 7 who, in her own words, likes to eat.
Well, my goodness.
She's a very weird, and she has 3 different characters that she plays. The characters are in one universe, she's a cannibalistic human. In one universe, she's the Queen of Fire. In another one, she's a real estate agent and the Pope.
And the Pope. Look, this sounds unhinged, but also I love this. It was from the days when the Sci-Fi Channel actually created original programming. Those were the days. That was a long time.
And her thing that she wants is to eat is a milk-fed boy. And I feel like this image really sells the whole thing. I feel like this is the image that sort of defines the character. Just a moment while I
I'm
screen share
learning
this.
so much right now. So much. Uh,
I sometimes you learn a thing and then you're like, this is a weird thing that everyone must know about. And that is sometimes what must happen.
yes. Oh, all right.
Oh gosh, where did it get saved to? Oh my goodness gracious. Hold on just a moment. My all of my well-laid plans.
Yes, I mean, look, sci-fi show in their early iterations, I remember seeing advertisements when I would briefly touch down in the 90s, the 1990s, not the 1890s. The advertisements in the 1890s were vastly different. But I would touch down, on like a little pass through, and I'd see an advertisement and be like, oh, that's very intriguing. Unfortunate that I'm on my way back to like 1738 or what have you, because I was just time traveling quite a bit in that era, and I missed a lot, it seems. I missed this, and I don't even know how I feel about missing this, except that now I wish to watch this. And again, we're talking about Lex.
Yes.
61 episodes of nonsense. How delightful. Um, so did you find your image?
Yes. Let me just make us infinite first. Hold on.
All right, good. Oh,
So that's the boy she wants to eat.
the milk-fed boy. And
Yes.
does he want this to happen for himself?
I
Is
mean,
he
this is like a magical, like a seduction by an evil entity. So he's not real, but in this vision, yes.
Oh, I see. Fascinating. Even the Wikipedia page is a trip, says SAS Master General.
I'm just saying,
Right.
Lex is a touchstone to a vision that I don't know if anyone ever needed.
Replete with milk mustache. No, the milk mustache really makes it, to be honest.
Well, that's how you
Wow.
know he was fed milk.
Yeah, it was staple in the early days of the Sci-Fi Channel. I love it.
It
I
had
am
5 seasons.
a little obsessed. Wow, 61 episodes. All right, Grand Arbiter, do you want to pick one of the books from my list?
Yeah, I mean, if we can parse it. Hold on just a moment. I may have accidentally closed my window. There it is. I was like, where's my window? Well, what about Victories Greater Than Death?
All right, so Victory's Greater Than Death. This is a more recently published book. It's by Charlie Jane Anders, who's a little bit of a media darling in certain circles. I don't know how well like saturated she's become in general, like science fiction reading circles, but in queer spaces, she's definitely very well known. And this is a wonderful young adult space opera in which our stalwart heroine of the story is housing she's a clone, and she's housing the memories and life skills of a very important hero from a galactic empire that is trying to unify people and bring justice, and is under threat by some real nasty figures. And when she teams up with this galactic empire, and they think that she's going to save the day for them, actually, she cannot access all of her past memories. And so she's having to like relearn a bunch of things. Some things start to come back to her through different circumstances. But of course, it's young adult. So there's also found family and a lot of, wonderful focus on like equity and making an empire that's really an empire for everybody. So that's it's nice. It's got some cozy vibes on that front, while there's some like high stakes things going on as well. The friendships are really charming. And I've just found that Charlie Jane Anders' approach to telling these stories from a very youthful perspective, like these are people who are like freshmen in high school, was really fun to experience. I definitely enjoyed the audiobook as well, so I think it's a great little read, and I think Charlie Jane Anders is really a talent to be watching in the science fiction and fantasy realm. So yeah.
Excellent. What do you
Yes.
think? If you were to have a genetic memory installed into you, what would you want to know how to do?
I'd like to have the genetic memory of Balenciaga installed in me so that I could tailor the most exquisite suits for you that ever existed, Grand Arbiter. That's what I want.
You want tailoring skills.
I want tailoring skills. I don't want to have to keep honing them and learning them on my own. I just want a queer Spanish tailor to inhabit my brain and tell me how to like make you an Italian suit. That's what I want.
Your sewing to my sewing.
Right. So if you are going to have
You want to carry the Patra in you. I think I would want like an incredible video editor.
Oh. Be still my heart. How delightful.
Really just like inspired video editor, just like who enjoys it. That's the thing. I need the memory of enjoying things. Okay, this is our last one. So you got to pick good because this is our last one.
All right. Good. Oh my gosh. Well, we've done Lex, we've done Threshold, we've done Summertime Rendering.
I feel like we have to pick from the anime pocket because we've only done one. We got to do one more.
I don't know which is which. How do I know what's...
There's a space between them.
Oh, all right. Okay. So now I understand. All right. Tell me about Darker Than Black.
Okay, so Darker Than Black sounds really edgy, and it's a little bit edgy, but it's one of the... So I have several on here. I have two on here that have been memory hold. So memory hold is a term that exists that I am using for this purpose to describe media that is no longer accessible. So all of these only exist in DVD form in the United States or on Yo Ho Ho. They do not exist on any streaming platform, and you cannot. They are no longer in print, so you have to find copies. But Darker Than Black is this sort of, it's an espionage sci-fi epic about contractors. So the Earth was hit by a meteor, and it has fundamentally changed the sky so that the sky is no longer representative of space. It is just something alien and onto itself. And so when you look up into the sky, the stars you see are actually representatives of different people who are contractors. Contractors are supernatural mutant type people that have powers that you can use, that can use different supernatural abilities, but at a cost. All of them have an omniscience, a psychic cost they must pay, and most of them are obsessive compulsive behaviors. So like one of the characters can fly, but after he does so, he has to break one of his fingers. One of the other ones can like control the weather and make it rain really hard, but afterwards she has to chug a beer. So the premise is that our main character, Hiei, is an agent for the Syndicate, which is a supernatural organization that utilizes contractors to try to control the world. But Hiei has imperfect memory and doesn't know what's going on. Why? All he knows is that his sister died and is missing, and he is missing, presumed dead, and he's trying to solve the mystery of what happened while he's doing missions for the syndicate.
Oh my goodness.
It's very cool. Hiei's power, and what makes Hiei very special is that Hiei doesn't have to pay a price. His power is he has like an electronic, he can send electricity through mediums, like conductive media, to electrocute people, but he does not pay a price, and it's not clear why, and he did not always have powers, and so no one knows why. And so it's about trying to solve that mystery. It's got a lot going on. There's a sequel series, which I have not gotten to watch because I've heard it's not very good because it doesn't have Hiei in it. But yeah, it's a sequel series, so it's a whole other business. But the mystery is really the mystery is very fascinating. The characters are really interesting. All the characters have really interesting downsides, some which that are reflective of their powers. Like one of them's whole deal is that he has to eat cigarettes butts. And one of the other ones is that he can swap bodies with animals, but he can never go back to his original body. So he can't go, he has like a cat body that he uses, but his original body is like dead somewhere.
Oh no.
So he's just a cat all the time.
Wild. This sounds like
it's a lot of characters, has a lot of interesting powers. It's got a lot of build-up, a lot of espionage, a lot of mystery, and the payoff is pretty interesting. I like the payoff. I think it's fun.
Well, thank you, Grand Arbiter. I'm sad to hear that it's been memory hold, as you say, and not readily available. We definitely have books like that as well, out of print books that are very hard to track down. And like until recently, Martha Wells, many of her books were out of print and really hard to find. And so with the advent of Murderbot's fame, more of her books are available again, which is really lovely. But it's always sad when you cannot acquire media.
And some of them are some of my favorite pieces, right? Like there's some of them are some of my favorite television programs that you just can't get anymore.
Right. Yeah, well, you know, and we want to look, I know where we're both at. We want to be certain that we are acquiring things in a way in which the artists who created them benefit. So we like to borrow from a lending library or purchase from a bookseller or directly from the artist, because we are artists ourselves. We know how important it is to be supporting our fellow artists in this way. But sometimes something is impossible to get a hold of, and that's always a tragedy. And usually it's not because the artist doesn't want it to be available. Usually it's because the publisher's gone out of business, or they decided they didn't want to do another print run, or what have you. They've moved on, but the readers are still there.
For anime stuff, it's almost always that the American license has not been renewed. So it's usually like it exists. Someone could access it, but you just can't access it in the United States because the U.S. license ran out. Bastards.
So sad. So, my darlings. Oh, please go ahead, Grand Arbiter.
But a lot of these are still findable other places. And we're going to be putting together a little Patreon content for next week. So if you're on our Patreon, you can check it out and learn about some of the other ones that are on this list that didn't get talked about today.
That's correct. We have a few that we held back, mostly because we ran out of time. We had so much fun discussing the ones that we did ask about. Thank you, Grand Arbiter, for bringing some really fun shows to bear. I'm always happy to talk about books, and I love science fiction. Science fiction is sort of part of the cornerstone of steampunk too, so there's wonderful overlay. And thank you all for your wonderful comments and recommendations and reactions to some of these things. I love to find fellow readers of a beloved author or to hear about another wonderful starting point with an author. Let's see here. In the case of anthologies, getting all the contributors to sign off on a new edition can be a huge hassle. I can only imagine how hard that would be. I love an anthology, but that is a challenge. So, my darlings, next week we have a very busy week of adventures. I'm back streaming on Tuesday nights with my Ask Me Anything sewing stream. We're trying out some new things right now. So this last session, I tried streaming to multiple platforms. It worked pretty well, but there's still some kinks to be worked out. We'll be like messing about and experimenting again this week with that. Also, we have our Crafternoon on Saturday in the Discord. I hope you will join us for some social time and making things in company. We also, next Friday, we are doing our magical, wonderful mystery Box of Doom sale. We talked about it a lot at the beginning. Please stop by Patreon and also check the website for more details. I'm very excited to be sending Ghost Cats home with all of you. Next weekend, I'm also interviewing the wonderful T. Kingfisher. At last, we were able to reschedule, so that will be on the 20th and on the 21st, because it's a very full weekend. We have book club. We're reading Monstrous Volume 1, The Awakening by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda. I'm very excited to chat about this graphic novel with all of you. It's the first time we featured a graphic novel, and it should be a good time. And dear Robert, reminding us all that this is Gail's Facebook Live. So Robert is correct. There's no Crafternoon, because when Gail is live, we cancel Crafternoon so we can all go and support our favorite author beast and cheer her on. So join me at Gail's Live on Saturday. I think that's all the updates, Grand Arbiter.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No.
You're forgetting. You've been such good children, such noble, patient children. I will now, because Askew fully forgot, I will now regale with you the exciting news that we have to share. Madam Askew and I will be returning to Con Possible in Atlanta this February. So if you haven't thought about going to Atlanta for Con Possible, this is the year to go. The theme is Through the Fairy Ring. We're going to be doing some fairy magic coziness. It should be a delight. So please look into getting tickets, getting hotel rooms, getting all of the things that you need to do Atlanta, because we are back into Hotlanta, baby. So please tell your friends, connect, and please join us in Atlanta for Con Possible.
Oh, I'm so excited to be back at Con Possible. We love Atlanta. It's not just the barbecue, it's really the people. I have plots. We have plans. We are excited to be back. We love the Con Possible family. And I'm so grateful that we get to return. Grand Arbiter, I'm so happy that you were on deck to make the announcement, because I was keeping it too close to my chest. So, my darlings, mark your calendars in February, and we will be so excited to see you there. I know that whenever you come to one of our conventions that we are attending, there's always a choice you have to make. And so we're always excited to see you at any of our shows. Atlanta is the Con Possible show is a very charming, lovely show. I think it's going to be very cozy this year. I'm excited for it. So,
and we know that it's a hard and dangerous choice. That you're burdened with delicious choices, but know that any choice we choose, we hope that you'll choose us regardless.
Yes. Please choose us. We adore you and we want to see you. So, right now for next year, I think we're just scheduled for 2 shows so far, Grand Arbiter.
For now, I have made a commitment to myself to be doing Magic Con. One of the Magic Cons schedule has not yet been announced for next year for Magic Con schedule,
Yeah.
so can't give any more context than that. And then you will be at Costume College this year.
Yes, I am going back to Costume College in 2026. And of course, I'm always at TUSCon, which happens right here in Tucson in November. So for those of you who are plotting a little winter getaway or looking to like go someplace pleasant in November, come join us or join me at TUSCon. The Grand Arbiter will be at TUSCon this year with our favorite author beast, Gail Carriger. Next year, who knows? It's a mystery. We haven't decided yet what's happening next year.
We don't plan that far ahead because we haven't gotten to the first one yet. But we will
That's right.
see you all very soon.
Yes. Yes.
Madam Askew, please initiate the exit window.
The exit. Yes, my darlings. Please remember to treasure yourselves as we treasure you. Take very good care of yourselves in this weird, hard world. You are irreplaceable. And I will be absolutely bereft if anything happens to you. So please remember to wash your hands, get your vaccines and boosters, and do something kind for yourself. Read one of the books we suggested. Pick up one of the shows. Put on a tiara. Go out and have tea on your patio. Just do something kind, because that is the way you take good care of yourselves. We will see you next week for so many shenanigans. Thank you to our Patreon community that keeps us afloat and keeps our teapots full. If you have not joined our Patreon, please consider doing so. $1 literally makes me weep into the Grand Arbiter's ear. I tell him about how excited I am that people believe in us every time. So thank you to all of our wonderful Patreon subscribers, because you fill my heart and make it grow 10 times every month. Grand Arbiter, would you like to finish us off?
This isn't goodbye. It's see you later. Bam, 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 bam. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.